Hello, everyone. Hi, Sweet Delight. Hi, Fashion Destination. Hi, Yashi. How are you all doing? Hi, Danielle. Hello, Shirley. Hi, Moonlight. Hello, Love Love. Alrighty. So, I'll do a couple free pendulum questions. So, if you have a pendulum question, just type it in the chat and I will answer it. And then I'll get started with the paid ones. Hey, Sunny Soul. All right, this is for Fashion Destination. You surely can, Yashi. Okay. Will John contact Fashion Destination? Will John contact Fashion Destination? They say yes. Yes. All right. Hey, Sai. Alrighty. Danielle, does my TF know about him and I being twin flames? Let's see. Does Danielle know about them? Does Danielle's TF know about them being twin flames? Yes, no, maybe. They say maybe, so they might know there's a strong connection, but they don't know like the term, like twin flame. So they might can feel it, but they don't know what that exactly means or like how to define it just yet. Hello, Jenny. All right, Sunny Soul. Will my next BF be the person that I marry? All right. For Sunny Soul, will Sunny Soul's next BF be the person that they marry? They say yes. They're really excited about that one. Yes. Alrighty, next one. For Jenny, is Joe cheating? All right, this is for Jenny. Is Joe cheating? They say yeah. Sorry about that, Jenny. Alrighty. Um, Sweet Delight. Should I let go of my TF? Should Sweet Delight let go of their TF? They say no. Keep them around. Keep the connection going. Alrighty. Um, yeah, Allure Goddess, you can ask a free pendulum question. I'm doing that for like 2 more minutes and then I'll get started with the paid ones. Alrighty. Um, where was I? I did Sweet Delight. Okay, Moonlight. Will my next BF study or work? Will Moon Delight's next BF study? They say yes. Will they work? They say yes to that too. So they're going to be studying and working. Alrighty. Allure. Oh, Yashi. Will me and V be together? This is for Yashi. Will Yashi and V be together? Yes. Okay. Allure Goddess. Is Joshua happy about the 6-page letter I gave him today? Let's see. Is Joshua happy about the 6-page letter that Allure Goddess gave him today? They say yeah. Yep. Alrighty. Where did it go? Okay. Will Christopher contact me before the 26th of November? This is for Benita. Will Christopher contact Benita before the 26th of November? They say yeah. I hear the words be hopeful. So be hopeful that they will. Okay, I'll do three more. Alrighty. Will Jordan contact Naya? Will Jordan contact Naya? Will Jordan? They say yes. All right. All right. So I see you on the list. I'll add you to the paid reading side. Okay. All right. This one's for Stephanie. Will Zach contact me again? All right. This is for Stephanie. Will Zach contact Stephanie again? Mm, they're not really sure. There's something that's in the way from the contact happening. Yeah, they're like, they don't know how to answer that question. There's something that's blocking it. If you, this is Stephanie wants the video post. If you want to, after the comment section, just post a comment saying like, what is the block between Zach and our communication? Then I can like do a reading on that really quick and put your response in the comment section. All right. This is for Rita. Does Gabriel dream with me? All right. The last one I'll do is for will my mom's health get better? So those are the last three. Okay. So this one's for Rita. Does Gabriel dream with me? Does Gabriel dream with Rita? They say yes. All right. The next one. Will I reconcile with my TF and was he loyal towards me? Okay. Will I reconcile with my TF? They say yes. And then the second question was he loyal to me, towards me? Was he loyal towards you? Mm, let's do it again. Was her TF loyal towards her? Yes or no? I say it's like majority, yeah. Yeah, it's like they're giving maybe like 90%. So there might have been a little bit of secrecy or like something going on, but like most of them like during that time was like loyal to you. Um, let's see. Last one, where did it go? Will my mom's health get better? Will my mom's health get better? They say yes, and I hope your mom's health gets better too. All right. All right, so now I'm going to start with Shirley's reading, and then it's Nayeli, and then I think it's Dreaming Big, Alicia, Sai, and then anyone else that wants to pay for a reading, you have 15 minutes to submit your payment either by Snapchat or Super Chat or PayPal. And then I'll close it and then I'll just finish what I have. All right, let me get your questions up, Shirley. All right. So they want me to do your pendulum, love notes, charms, letters, questions first. So let's do the pendulum and then the love notes. This is for Shirley. Alrighty. Your pendulum question is: did CJ tell Jordan that I am taking a trip there? Did CJ tell Jordan that I am taking a trip there? Did CJ tell Jordan that I'm taking a trip there? They're saying, like, I don't really understand. Let's see if we can word it a little bit differently. How about we'll do your second question you put for the pendulum? Does anyone know that you're taking a trip there? Has he told anyone that you're taking a trip there? Yeah. Okay. Is it Jordan that he told that you're no? So it's not Jordan, but he told somebody that you're coming to visit there. All right. And then your first, we're gonna do your love notes. All right. So let's see what CJ wants to say. Anything else, CJ? All right. So CJ wants to say the following: be my shield and protect me. So I feel like with this coming out, or let me finish it and then I'll get into it. Don't be disappointed. I'm still learning and growing. And then I'm scared. So I feel like with these two, the I'm scared and be my shield and protect me, there's some type of energy that's in the 3D, but also in like the 5D that is causing CJ to be somewhat afraid and nervous. And it could be just like karmic's trying to come into the realm that he's like spiritually like protected and try to interfere with him and like scare him. And it could be like someone that he has dealt with in the past that might know about your connection with CJ and that's trying to like manipulate it and do harm to it so that way it doesn't continue to manifest in the physical. So it's like the easier way to do that is to psych someone out in the like in their mental and their spiritual realm, because that's super powerful, because that's how everything starts to trickle down into the 3D world. So when you attack someone spiritually, energetically, it affects their physical world. So I feel like what this is saying is that CJ needs you to protect the connection, protect yourself, and help protect him. So like you could say a special like prayer, like do like a meditation where you two are in this protected bubble and no one can enter this bubble. No one can like, or like do like a shield type of thing. You two are in this shield and no one can enter it. Only you two are allowed to be in that space, and only you two are allowed to send and receive anything to each other. I feel like don't be disappointed. I'm still learning and growing. It's like, I feel like this is his 3D version saying that he doesn't really know a lot about the spiritual realms and like how to do this type of stuff. So this is like why he needs your help to be the shield and protect him. So this is like you needing to meditate and like just send out positive energy to your spirit guides, to your ancestors, to say that you want them to, cover you and cover CJ so that you're protected, and to remove anything that is trying to hinder that connection, but do it in a way where it's like it's not harmful to that person. It's like you never want to cause harm onto someone. So you always just want to say like remove it in a non-harmful way, you know, just to be safe. And that way, that doesn't come back to you. So yeah, I think that's what CJ is saying. He's like, he's scared, which could be why the communication has been very limited, because there's some stuff going on and he doesn't really understand what it is. And he could be like a little bit afraid of like, you know, let's say he gets ready to like call you or text you and then like something bad happens. So it's kind of like, or this person or bad energy pops up, like that scares him and causes him to not want to, reach out. Because think of like this: if you are trying to eat grab a cookie and like someone keeps hitting your hand, what are you gonna you're gonna stop trying to grab the cookie because you know you're gonna get a slap on the wrist. So it's like the moment he wants to do something with you, it's like someone or some type of energy is like trying to slap him on the wrist, and he doesn't know where it's coming from or like how to stop it. So he's like, well, let me not do it. So I think if you meditate before you go on your trip and just like really ask for your ancestors and spirit guides to guide you and to protect both of you all, that would be really helpful. And to just give him that space so that way he can feel that protection as well. So that was a lot for like the love notes. But yeah, that's what he wants to say. All right. So then we're going to go into, where did the questions go? All right. Here they are. So let's do your charms and letters. They told me to pick this order. So this is how like I'm going to do it for you, Shirley. And then we'll get into the questions. All right. Let's do the charms. Of course, something falls out before I'm ready. All right, I can't reach it, but I think it's the letter V, and they're saying victory. All right. So, well, look at that. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with this. So you might not be able to see it very well, but this is literally a piece of my sage. So how I talked about protection and getting rid of the toxic energies. I feel like this is a huge symbol and reminder for you that they need you to do that. They need you to, come to them and ask for their guidance on how to get rid of that. So if you have like sage or Palo Santo or anything like that, would be really good to use just to cleanse your energy and like, cleanse the energy for both you and CJ. We have X. So I feel like the X literally means like X meaning get it out, exit out, get rid of it. And it could be an X that's like interfering with you two, with your energies and trying to like manipulate it. Then we have like a sewing machine. I feel like the sewing machine represents you two fixing that connection and like healing and working on fixing the parts of your connection that's something that you can do together, like in the 3D. And there's some things that you'll probably have to do on your own, but there are some parts that you can do together as a unit. And they're saying that it's really good for you two to work on that. And then we have a wing. So I feel like this is like an archangel wing, and I'm getting like Archangel Michael vibes. So definitely connecting with Archangel Michael because he's good for like cutting out like any toxic energies and getting rid of like cords that need to be cut, and just helping you cleanse out and get rid of the things that don't serve a connection or like serve you. We got like Frosty's little snowman. So I feel like this just represents like winter, and there's a chance like you two could really start to communicate more, like after your trip, of course, but like also during the winter time. So like you could spend a holiday together, like if you celebrate Christmas or like New Year's Eve, or like even like if you think about it, the winter time is like from December to maybe I think like mid March. So like there's a lot of holidays in there. So like New Year's Eve, what's the other holiday? The big one, love. What is it? Loss of words, Mercury retrograde, Valentine's Day. So like you two could spend Valentine's Day together next year. Like I feel like winter is going to be a huge significant season for you two. So we have S. I feel like S means they're saying the word save. So like save, continue to save him from the evil toxicity and like karmics that are trying to interfere and like cloud his judgment in mind. That's what I'm getting. We have I, and then S off. I mean, S is for your name too, Shirley, but I feel like they really want to stay safe. We have the letter I. I feel like I represents like the idea of just being present in like who you are. So like I know that I am strong and that I am protected. So like thinking about that affirmation and knowing that and believing and accepting it. We have a star. So like we have two stars. So like you two are very hopeful and wishful about this connection. We have the word freedom. Look at that. Freedom. So I feel like this is just CJ indicating that he wants to be free from these cords and these people that are trying to like weigh him down and like keep him tied up because it's hard. And when your hands are tied, it's kind of like you need that help from someone else. I feel like that's why he's calling out to you to help protect him and get him out of it. We have handmade. So I feel like with this is just saying this connection is handmade. It's a special connection. It's something that is unique and different. So this relationship is going to require different techniques and different approaches than other relationships you may have been in and other relationships that he has been in, because love is tailor made. It's customized based off what your person needs and what you need. We have the bikes. I feel like this is just talking about travel and just like movement. We have a bird, transformation, flying, like movement, travel. We have a butterfly, two butterflies actually. So just like transformation. We have made with a smile. So I feel like this is just going to indicate that you two are going to have a good time when you see each other, and there's going to be a lot of smiles, a lot of good times, and just positive, uplifting moments between you two. We have the key. So I feel like this represents like you have the key to set him free, to help him be freed, because you know you are aware of like the spiritual awakening and like connecting with your guides and your ancestors. Like you have the key to help set him free, because when you haven't been spiritually awakened yet, you don't know all the resources and the guidance that you have. So it's really helpful, and it's good that you know it and that you're ready. What else? We have an owl. So I feel like you two could be staying up late at night, but I feel like owls are like very wise as well, and they're just like very night creatures. And when you think of an owl, you always think and notice their eyes. So it's like be aware of your surroundings, and also just be cognizant of everything. And then we have the letter K. I feel like K represents kindness. So like just in general, continue to be the kind, loving soul that you are. We have like a palm tree here. So like you could take a trip, in the future to like Florida, like somewhere where there's like beautiful scenery and like sunny setting. And then we have this blue like little bead or like charm. So I'm getting like throat chakra vibes from this. So speaking up for yourself and also being that voice as needed. And then we have the heart, and in this charm part of the reading for love. So like there is love between you two. So like just, stay strong and know that it's worth the journey, it's worth the wait. So now let's do your letters and then we'll do your question. All right. Okay, let's see what words we have. So the first word they're showing me is arrow. So I feel like what this is saying is that you you know your target, you know what to aim for, and you have this arrow that is going to, the vision that they're giving me this visual, so I'm gonna try to explain it. It's like you have the arrow, Shirley, like you're ready with your bow and arrow, and they want you to bullseye the target that's trying to interfere with the connection. So whatever it is, if it's fear, get like literally aim for it and bullseye until it like it's gone. Like we got rid of it, it's X'd out. If it's a person, like not saying to kill them with an arrow, but like think of them as the target and like you're getting rid of them. So like you have this arrow and they want you to use it because you know what needs to be cut out and you know what to do. So like use the arrow wisely. It's just like they're giving me like this visual. So I hope you understand it. I'm trying to figure out how to explain it better, but that's what they're telling me. I see the word date. So you're gonna have date nights. You're gonna have a nice date with CJ. It's just nice. What else do we have? Okay, this is gonna be really funny, but I see the word lime, or they're telling me to point out the word lime, and they're telling me to say that you're gonna probably have margaritas or, Mexican food tacos and put like the lime juice, like sprinkle the lime juice on top of it. I don't know why, but they're just telling me about the food that you're gonna have or wanna enjoy. And then they're also pointing out the word dime. So tell me, they're saying they need you to tell them what they can help, what you need them to help you with. So like the protection, the protection intention, setting that prayer out for them and for you and CJ. Like they're telling me to tell you that, like, tell us what you need, tell us how we can help you. And I think that's pretty much it for the letters. So you had arrow, date, lime, and dime. So if you saw any other words, feel free to you know, take note of them and like point them out for yourself. But these are the words that they wanted me to call out. So now let's get into your questions. All right, let's get to the question. Um, all right. Update on your trip. How was the meeting? Okay, so let's just see what information they have for you about your trip. What tea do they want to spill about your trip? I wasn't ready. What information do they have for you about your trip? Ooh. All right, one of the cards fell. One more. All right, so let us see what we have. So we have the Page of Rods, the Three of Cups, the Star, the Sun, which is the happiest card of like the deck. It's like the happiest fulfillment card that you can find in like the tarot deck, which is great. We have the Nine of Pentacles and then the Three of Rods, which is the Three of Wands. So I want to point this out really quick. You two are going to go out and drink. You're going to have a good time, celebrate, have a good time. And that's where that lime came in. The limes, I see fruit here. So, like, yeah, I feel like y'all going to have margaritas. I hope you like margaritas. um, but I also feel like here we have the star, so he's very hopeful and like and happy to know that you're coming in very soon. I feel like there's a chance that you two could definitely like take like a romantic like shower, like bath together, because I see like the water, and then she's naked, so I feel like this is just indicating you're gonna have like a very romantic night together. So whether that's at a hotel room or just somewhere, you're gonna enjoy each other's company and really just live it up and have a good time. He's definitely going to treat you as if you're like this queen, this he's never met anyone like you, so he's probably definitely going to be like just wanting to, he can't keep his hands off you is what I'm hearing. He can't keep his hands off you, and he just wants to just like stare at you all night and like really embrace you and like admire your beauty. With the page of wands here, or the page of wands, it talks about like new discovery, and excuse me, this person is kind of like he wants to learn more about you. So there might be like really good conversations going on during like the day night, or like when you two are like with each other, which is really good. What else do we have? So like with the sun, I said the sun is like the happiest card of the deck. So like you two, it's like the moment that you see each other, you're just not gonna be able to take your eyes off of each other. You're just gonna feel happy. There's gonna be a lot of passion and like fiery energy, because the sun is, and then remember the sun is a star, so it's like you have two really strong like major arcana cards here, and then these like the sun and the stars, like there's like this big light or awakening feeling that's going to happen between you two when you see each other again, because it's probably been a while. And then the three of wands, it's like waiting for your ships to come in. So I feel like this is just CJ like waiting for you to land, waiting for you to get there, waiting for you so he can see you and just like really embrace your beauty. That's what I'm getting. So yeah, it definitely seems like you're gonna have a good time, and there might be a time or a night where you kind of like have fun on your own. So if you have friends there, or if you know someone, like you might end up meeting like another like cool person to hang out with while you're there, or just like you're gonna meet really fun, great people outside of like, being with CJ. It's like if you go to like the store, or you're just gonna meet someone that's like really fun and like fun to hang out with. So you might make like a new friend there too while you're there as well. But like with you and CJ, it's definitely gonna be a romantic, definitely a romantic night for sure. Which could lead to the morning, because you got the sun. I mean, you got the star, and then you got the sun here. So like, yeah, sounds like a good time. Alrighty, what is the next question? What are CJ thoughts about the lack, or let me rephrase it. What are CJ thoughts about the lack of communication between you two? I'll rephrase it to that. All right, so these cards came out, so we're gonna take them. So we have the Chariot, the Devil, the Six of Swords, the Hierophant, the Tower, and then the Queen of Cups. I'm actually loving how these laid out together, because they make so much sense to me. So what I'm getting from this, like his thoughts on the situation, like there not being communication between you two, like the lack of it, and him wondering and or thinking like, is this okay? So I feel like with the Chariot and the Hierophant here, this is indicating that he knows that he needs to take a stand, take action, and like move forward with the connection, like with communicating with you. He knows that, like his higher self tells him that, like, you need to do better, you need to like step it up and really put in the initiative and like charge for it. You can't be slow when it comes to this. And then we have the Devil and then the Tower. So I feel like this is just really indicating and highlighting what I mentioned earlier about how there is something that is trying to interfere with the connection. And like like I remember how I gave the analogy where like you try to get a cookie and someone like slaps your hand. It's kind of like he knows there's something there that's like interfering with it, and it needs to end. It needs to be you know, just destroyed and removed so a new foundation can be built. So he knows there's some, like, he knows what he's doing is not right. So if you were wondering, like, oh, he thinks it's okay to do this, no, he knows it's not okay. And then we have the Six of Swords and the Queen of Cups. I feel like with the Six of Swords here, Six of Swords talks about transitioning, moving forward, travel and movement. And then the Queen of Cups, I feel like the Queen of Cups represents you. And so with this Queen of Cups, it's indicating that he's thinking two things. I feel like he's thinking that one, if he doesn't move quick enough and take the actions that he needs to do and communicate and do the things that he needs to do when you're present, when you're trying to communicate with him, or like when you're in the town that he's in, that you're going to eventually move on and move forward with someone else and leave. But also, what I'm getting from this is that he plans on doing the things that he needs to do when you get there. So like when I said this represents travel, like when you get there, that is where he kind of feels like this is where I can do it. This is where I need to show my face and do what I need to do and say what I need to say in order to let her know that I'm serious about her. Okay, so that is the second question. And then we're going to do your last question. And then we're going to move on to Nayeli. All right. Why did CJ, okay, I changed it a little bit. Why did CJ block Shirley right before they were supposed to meet when they were in Vegas? The mystery of the century. All right. Why did CJ block Shirley? Well, look at that. You saw all those cards that just flipped over, all of it. All right, we're only going to take 5 of them. I feel like that was, so when I got the lovers, that was the last card, and I was like, oh, I'll just take those two, and I kept shuffling, and so I feel like that was my spirit guides, like saying, we told you to stop shuffling, but you didn't listen, so all these cards are going to come out. So it was like a punishment for me. So I'm just gonna, let me just read these two, because that's what they wanted. So the Ace of Rods and then the Lovers. So I feel like the reason why he blocked you was because when he met you, it was kind of like a love at first sight thing, but also it was scary. And it was like you ignited something in him that he's never felt before. So like this random passion, this random fiery energy that he had when you two met, it was kind of like, what is this? Why is this happening so soon? I just met this person, never felt like this before, and it was scary. So it's like he was processing all of that. So if he would have like met you later that night, he's still like thinking of all this stuff. So it would have probably played out, and it could have went. The night could have went okay, or it could have been like weird or awkward. And I guess like he didn't want that to happen. So in his mind, it's like, okay, well, let me block her. Like when people meet someone that is like unique and special and that they're having a strong connection with that they've never met before, never seen before a day in their life, it freaks them out and they do absurd, like really intense things like out of the blue, like block you. And you're just like, I literally just met you 2 seconds ago. Like, why are you blocking me? So it's like that was his way to cope with it because it was just too much at one time. So you did nothing wrong. It was just a lot for him to process. And then these were the other cards, but they were just like kind of like counterpart things. So like the fact that the Queen of Rods and then like the King of Pentacles, like you have a king and a queen, and yes, they're from different suits, but it's like they're still like, I think the King of Pentacles is like probably the most stable king out of all of it, and then I think the Queen of Rods is like the very passionate, assertive woman, and I feel like that's what they thought of when they met you, and they knew that you were like an empress, someone that they just felt all of these things so quickly at once, and they're like, this is too crazy, this is too intense for just like a first time kind of meetup kind of thing. So that is why he blocked you. You know, and like over time, maybe he will like open up and tell you why he did it. But I think like now, he probably won't. But you know, the closer you get, you can just like bring it up like, hey, by the way, why did you block me the first night we met each other? So I hope that was helpful. Alrighty. So now we're gonna go to Nayeli's reading. All right. First, let me pick up the cards on the floor. All right, everyone sip your wine and tea while I pick up the cards on the floor. All right. Nayeli. So we're going to do your pendulum first, and then the questions, then love notes, then charms and letters. That's the order that they wanted me to do. All righty. I don't think you can see. I agree, Sai. Retrograde has me tired too. All right, this is for Nayeli. Should I be concerned about Will's current ex? Should Nayeli be concerned about Will's current ex? They say no, you should not. Nothing to worry about. All right, your next question. What is the real deal with Will and his ex because they are still in communication? Let us do Energy Oracle. All right. What is the deal between those two? I think this one came out and then out. Okay. So we have the thinking man. We have, I think Mercury retrograde is November 30th. I just saw it in the chat really quick. All right. The goddess of the moon. This is for Nayeli. The second chakra, Archangel Ariel. And then a man holding a heart. So this to me looks like there's a lack of, I just feel like a lot of incompletion in the sense of like, I'm trying to figure this out, how to word this. Because they're giving me the words, but they're not coming out the way that makes sense. Um, let's see. There we go. There we go. They want different things. So like she wants something that way, he wants something another way. So I feel like the reason why they could be still in communication is because, not saying they're trying to get back together, but they're just trying to see like what was wrong with this connection, so I know what not to do in the next one, if that makes sense. So then I might not be verbally saying these things to each other, but it's just like, when you're around someone that you I don't know how to word it. Like, you're around people that you might have been friends with for a long time, and as you get older, you hang out with them, and you're like, why are we still friends? Like, we just don't have anything in common anymore. So then that's when you decide, like, that's the end of that friendship, that's the end of that connection. I feel like that's what they're doing. It's like they're still communicating because it's getting to the point where they're gonna eventually realize, like, we just have nothing else in common anymore. We just don't work. We don't fit. And then with the sacral, or the second chakra here, I feel like this just represents like there's a blockage there for what's his name? Will? Yeah, Will. And so I feel like with that blockage, it's just like it's really indicating that he needs to do some work for himself, because there's like, it's just because that's an area of like your sensuality and like your creativity and your emotions. So I feel like he's like suppressing his emotions. He's suppressing that that desire and that passion because it hasn't been fulfilled. So it's kind of like, why deal with it if I'm struggling with it now? So I feel like that's one of the reasons why, or that's what's going on with them. It's just like he's seen the lack that was with that relationship. So he's learning what he wants in his next relationship with someone. And also to like maybe be cautious to give in his heart. So that's like what's going on with them. It's like a learning experience. And they're just seeing the things that didn't work. They're seeing the things like why they don't want to be with this person anymore, and like how it's just like they're in two different places now. Like everyone is doing their own thing. They're like, what, you're focusing on that, and I'm focused on this. Like, we have nothing in common anymore. Like, our journeys, our paths are not in line. All right. So I think what it is, and then too, like, also, they wanted me to say this, but like, too, like, just don't even focus on the outsiders. Like, that, just don't even focus on the ex, just because they're like an outsider of the connection. So it's like, never put your focus or attention on them, because it's just, you want to focus on like you and him more than anything. All right. And then your next question is, am I wasting my time pursuing a relationship with Will? Is it temporary? Let's get like one or two cards, and then I'll get the tarot cards. Well, maybe I don't need the tarot cards. Door to romance. Literally. We're going to let that one stand, because they are literally saying that this is the door to romance. You should pursue it. You should continue like that path and that journey with Will. And like I had mentioned earlier, I guess that's why they're saying, like, that's why they told me to say, don't worry about the ex, just because that's just something that's trying to like psych you out and make you question things. Like, they're opening the doors to romance to you. And I feel like they're saying, like, give this a chance, give this an opportunity. And then your next question was like, is this temporary? And like, let's see. I'll do the tarot for that. Or actually, let me use the other ones. It's like people come into your life for a season or a lifetime. So regardless of how long they're there, just like learn the lessons for their existence in your life. Every character plays a Nia Lee, literally the lovers. I'm getting lifetime. So you got lovers is 6, and then 3 plus 3 is 6. So literally, this represents harmony. This represents union, coming together. So I really feel like they're saying, like, yes, continue pursuing this, And I feel like that they're saying it's not temporary. So just walk through the door of romance. Like welcome love in. Welcome love. I feel like a part of you is a little scared to do that, and they're saying that they want you to walk through the door because there's a beautiful place for you to be with your person, but you can't meet them until you walk through the door. Then that door is like a spiritual energy door, like energetic door. That's what they're saying. It's like you might physically say like, "Oh, I'm ready to like see them," or like, be with them, but like emotionally and like energetically there's still that fear I'm getting that you might still have towards this. And it's like spirit is saying just walk towards the door to romance and just walk through it and just let it happen. Like you see, if you look in this picture, it's just the lovers. There's nobody else here. It's just them. And that's how you have to think about it. It's just you and Will. No one else. Just you two. All right. So now let's do your love notes and then your charms and letters. Thank you all to the people that have liked the video, and also thank you to the one person that disliked the video. I'm still sending peace and love to that person. All right, love notes for Nayeli. Oh, you are the song of my soul. We have sometimes I just stare at my phone and become stuck. And then one more card. One more card. Clairlyn, if you want to ask your question after the video post, you can do that. We have it's not you, it's me in these karmic cycles. So I feel like that's just really saying that your person wants to say, one, you are the song of their soul. So they know what they feel for you and that you are like music to their ears, you're music to their heart. And also, two, it's like the karmic cycles are kind of like psyching them out. Because we have like sometimes I just stare at my phone and become stuck. So like there could be moments where like this person wants to text you or like call you, and then the karmic cycles or like the karmic energy like pops up and they get nervous and they're like, okay, just put your phone down and forget about it. So I feel like despite their actions at times, if they're like, non-communicative with you or like non-responsive, they still want you to know that you are the song of their soul. All right. So now let's do your charms and letters. Cherry gave me like all of these charms in this little baggie. And today's her birthday, so if you haven't like told her happy birthday on like her page, tell her happy birthday. All right, this is for Nayeli. So we have the N for Nayeli. And then what else do we have? We have two butterflies. So like change is happening, change is coming. Oh, let me get the card. It's funny because when I was looking at this card, I was looking at that part. And then what do we have? We have the key. We have the key. You literally have the key to set your heart free to just be free and just love, is what they're saying. So be free and just love. You have the key to do it. We have, what is this? Yeah, like a little fish. So I feel like with the fish, some people say fish represents like babies. I feel like the fish in this case represents how do I word this? Like because there's so many different type of fish. So I feel like the fish here represents like movement because like fish are always swimming, but also it represents like the need and the desire to be free and just roam, just roam and be happy, be free, and just enjoy the flow of the waters, enjoy the flow of the waves. We have like a little shield, so like protection, and like blocking out anything that doesn't like serve you or that's trying to interfere with you in your life. We have an angel, so like I feel like the angel is helping block out things, so that could be Archangel Michael that's on your side, that's just here sitting with you and like protecting you and guiding you. And then we have the sewing machine, so like fix the things that are like kind of you know whatever has been like torn or broken. They're saying that you can fix it and they can help you fix it. So you two can fix your relationship, you and Will, but also like whatever pain that you may have experienced, like you can heal your heart. Your heart can be healed. So never think that it can't be healed. And then we got like this like black and white like um charm, or like I don't want to call it a coin, but it's like it reminds me of like yin and yang. So like you two are connected, you're intertwined with each other. But also to not always look at things as black and white. That's what I'm getting to. All right, so now let's do your letters. All right. Teacher, or Shirley, I'll answer um, the question you just sent after the live. So I'll do size. That'll be the last one. Then I'll answer yours after the live. I'll send you like the video for it. All right. Let me think. How do you spell Nialee's name? N A. Do we have a Y? We do have a Y. Do we have another? We have another A. All right. L. Look at that. You got your name on here. Perfecto. I think I spelled it right. Shirley, did I spell her name right? I think that's how you spell it. So your name is here. So this is just the indicator that this reading is for you. What else do we have here? They're like being very sassy with me as I'm getting these letters together. All right. So they say, get out. Feel like they're saying, get out your mind, get out your head. So you could be doing something that's like psyching you out. So they want you to really get out your head, get out your mind, and don't be afraid to walk through the door of romance. That's what they're saying. They're like being really firm about it too. What else do they have? Of course, we have love. Nayeli and love. You deserve love. Love is here. Romance is here. So they're telling you, like, get out of your head, be free, and just enjoy the ride, enjoy the journey. What else do we have? Ooh, we have mine. I feel like this is Will telling you that you are his and he is yours. Mine. And then we have like these random letters that are left over. We got pi. 314. That could be a significant number for you, which equals 8. So like 8 could be a very significant number for you, and then pi 314. So if you see those letters like in a sequence, that could mean something. I mean, pi is like that, but I'm spelling it as the food pie. Alrighty, and I think that's it for the letters. I think that is it for your letters. So I hope that was helpful, Nayeli. I think I did it all. Let's see. Yep, I did your love notes. I did the letters and charms. Did the questions and pendulum. Yep, that was it. Okay, so we just have 3 more. All right. Or you know what? I might actually have time to do yours, Shirley. Because the next 2 of them are like 1 questions and only one of them is like 2 more questions. So yeah, I could probably do yours after size. Yep. Okay. So let's get to, I think their name is Dreaming Big. And they just wanted to know, does their person, wait, let's go back to the email. Do they have a future with the person that they're thinking of? So I think this is for Dreaming Big. So let's see if you have a future with the person that you are thinking of. All right. Dreaming Big. I think that's their name. All right. Well, the first card that pops out is the 9 of Cups, and it's like wish fulfillment. So if that's something that you've been hoping for with a future with this person, they're indicating that it's going to be a dream come true. Let's see. What else do we get? Well, look at that. So we got the Hangman, and it talks about like new perspectives, different viewpoints. It's like open your mind to the future that you two may have together. And then with the Page of Swords, I'm getting like, you know, one, communication, because the swords energy is about the mental, but also like communicating. So I feel like this person over time, they're going to get better with their communication. So think about it as it's a growing stage. So like now the communication might be a little rocky, or if there's none, like this is the beginning stages, but have like a different perspective on it and just be patient with it and not get too tied up on the communication at times, just because there's going to be a better outcome. So like it's going to take time to set the foundation and get it going. And then we have the Sun, which is like I said before, I forget who got the Sun, but I think Shirley got the Sun. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. So like this is just really indicating that yes, this future with your person that you're thinking of, it's going to be a wish come true and it's going to happen. But also too, you're going to be very happy. Both of you are going to be very happy and truly enjoy each other's like company, enjoy each other's spirit. Let's see what else they have. What else do we have? We have the 3 of Cups. Things are falling out. The 3 of Cups. So like celebration, victorious like moment. And then we have the 8 of Swords. So I feel like the 8 of Swords here represents like making sure that you are out of your head about things and that they're out of their head about things. It's like I said, like don't get too wrapped up about the communication. So if it's like there's a lack of communication and you're like, oh, we're not communicating, I don't think we're going to work out, or it's not going to work out. But like, it's small right now. So like, don't let that psych you out, or like tide you down to the way where you're only focusing on the lack. Focus on like, how you may feel when you're with this person, or how you may feel when you think of them, like the positive parts of it. And then let's get like a energy oracle card. All right, so we have journey and then attachment. So like kind of going back to the Eight of Swords thing. So like don't be attached to fear or like being stuck in your head. Like break free of that, and then just enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the every step of it. So what do they call it? Like like the dating stage. Like enjoy those stages. That way you truly can embrace and be happy and enjoy the entire like step to each thing. So like remember, this is the Nine of Cups, so think about the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is where you have it all. So like enjoy every cup that is getting filled with this person, and then all of like everything that you ever wanted continues to grow and continues to happen. So that's like the main message that they have about you and that person. So I hope that was helpful. Oh, it's you, love love. Well, I'm happy that you are on the live to see it. See your reading. Okay. Next we have, where did it go? Alicia. All right. Will I move into my own house and my mother be okay with it? Let's see. What cards do they want me to use? Let's try these. Let's see. All right. So for Alicia, we have indecision and contracts. I feel like this is just indicating, one, you're going to be stuck between like, this is like with the question about you moving, you're going to be deciding between two places. They recommend picking the place that has like the better deal or like the better contract. So like if you get an apartment, like pick the place that has like the better lease, that could be more flexible, or that's not like super binding. And remember, I mean, I don't think you're going to do it like tomorrow, but be careful like when you sign contracts during like Mercury retrograde. So if you're planning on doing something before November 30th, and then there's like that 2 week shadow period too. So like kind of like, or maybe like mid December. It's like anytime between that period, like read everything, make sure all the information is clear in that, but also to, you're just gonna really be deciding between two places. So two places are gonna be like on your list of like which ones you want to go to. So like yeah, they recommend picking the best one based on his contract and like what's easier for you to manage. And then going off what you asked about your mother, you said we have truth be told, and then why. So I feel like your mother is gonna be like, why are you moving? Like why do you want to move? That type of thing. So get ready for that. But also, I feel like with this card, it's really like how I'm receiving the picture, the image in the card is like you have left your mark, with your mother, and you're ready to like spread your wings and fly away. So if you notice, like the book has it, and she has some, but it's like it's kind of hidden. But this book has like the really bright, bold wings. So I feel like this is kind of like your mother. Like your mother has been the source of wisdom and like kind of guidance. And so now you're like, trust me, mom, and know that I can do the things that you have instilled in me and like the things that you have taught me. And let me show you, like, let me spread my wings and fly and explore what life has for me, is what I'm getting. And then, like, truth be told, you know, it's like, I feel like this card is pretty because, like, there's hearts that's coming out of the door or like the window. So I feel like this just is really indicating, like, your mother is going to have to, like, let her baby go, let her baby, you know, bird go, and just, like, fly. But, like, she definitely loves you. She definitely cares about you. Um, you know, it's just kind of hard for her to see her. There we go. That's what they wanted me to say. Her baby bird leave the nest. That's what it is. She's going to have to let her baby bird leave the nest, but she'll be okay. So, yes, you will be moving, but you're going to have to decide which place you want to go to. I know sometimes, like, I'll, like, get the cards and get into the reading, and I'm like, did I make a very clear yes or no answer before I did all of that? So I hope that was helpful. All right, your next question is Rufus planning a life for us together as a couple? All right. So we have the Ace of Rods, the Eight of Swords. Uh-oh. Yes, we're going to keep them lying down. We have the Strength card. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Hierophant. Let's get one more card. Make it even. One more card. Queen of Pentacles. And then let's get let's do the Wisdom Oracle cards. We got, ooh, happy, and soulmates. Ooh, beautiful cards. So this is how I'm receiving the cards. I'm actually start off with the Eight of Swords because they want me to say that this doesn't represent like the traditional meaning where it's like about mental anxiety and trapping yourself. I feel like what they're saying here, this represents the things that you can't see. So you can't see the things that they're working on, but it's happening. So that's what they wanted me to say about that card. So if you had like anxiety about seeing it, it's totally not what you think it is. They're just saying like you can't see what he's working on. Next we have the Ace of Rods and then a Strength card. So I feel like he's taming, he's tackling the task and the things that he needs to do to make sure that he can provide for his Queen of Pentacles. He knows that you are a queen, you are worthy of the best, and he's tackling that. He is really, you know, doing the things that he needs to do to make sure that he can provide for himself, but also for you. And I feel like also with the Strength card here, and the Eight of Swords, is kind of like this is just indicating that know that he's doing the work when you can't see it or when you don't hear from him. So never like have anxiety about it or worry about it. Just know that he's handling it. And then with the Hierophant here, I feel like he is someone that is very wise. He gives me like Emperor vibes too at times. There's a deck that I have where like I always get them, like I always call the Hierophant the Emperor just because he gives me emperor vibes. So I feel like here, this is just like head of the household, someone that is wise, someone that is ready to be resourceful and, be the head of the household. And then the two of pentacles, I feel like this is just the back and forth of like, in like indecisiveness of like, what is going to make her happy. So like, I, this is how I'm looking at it. It's kind of like I'm seeing the two pentacles represent like two different rings. So like if he wants to propose to you, like he's going back and forth, like which ring is the right one, if that makes sense. Because he wants to make sure that he picks the right one. He makes the best move. And then we have happy, happy, and soulmate. So this is just literally indicating that you two are going to be happy together. You two are destined because you're soulmates. You're connected, and everything that is happening is just setting up your story and making it even more beautiful over time. That way, when you share your story with other people, people can relate to it. They can know that it's relatable and that they weren't the only ones that were going through something like that. Because everyone thinks like, oh, twin flames and soulmate journeys are just so easy. You just fall into them, and then everything's perfect. It's like, no, there are obstacles. There's distance, there's lack of communication, there's separation sometimes, like there's growing, there's healing. So your story is going to help a lot of people with theirs. And I feel like there's an angel back here, and I feel like this is just saying that you have someone that's just protecting your connection. So be mindful of it. Because I get good energy vibes from this angel, this person back here. Sometimes before, if there's someone in the background, it could be like an evil energy, but I feel like this one is a positive one. This one is like, I'm protecting you all. All right. I think, was that your last question, Alicia? Yep, that was your last one. So I hope you enjoyed your reading. Alrighty. Now we have Sai. All right, love energy for 2020. Let's get the romance angels for that. Romance angels. All right. Sorry, I had to. My TF wants to FaceTime after I'm done. And I was like, I'm doing stuff where I was like, they want to FaceTime now. I'm like, I'm doing stuff. I'm talking to my favorite people right now. So you have to wait. All right. Let's see what's happening for Sai in 2020. Ooh, first card that comes out is chemistry. There's a strong magnetic connection or attraction here. So you're definitely going to be connected with someone. You're going to have great chemistry with them. Let's see what else. So we have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So I feel like with this, they're saying when you meet the person, or like, if you already met them, like as you two continue to grow and like further along in the connection, like make your effort to like don't let them do all the work. Like, I won't say it's an equal give and take because I feel like there's going to be points in times where someone's going to have to do a little bit more, and that's okay. because so like when they say like, oh, it's a 50-50 type of thing, I feel like it's more so like 51-49 because you're going to have to shift at times just because someone may be more equipped to like take the lead at that time. Okay. Ooh, wedding. This situation involves a marriage, so like you could possibly get engaged in 2020 or like meet the person that you're going to marry, like really solidify that relationship with the person that you're going to eventually marry. So if you don't have anyone right now, you're going to meet the person that you end up having a marriage with, or if you do have someone, you're just going to continue to move towards that. What else for the 2020 love life for Sai? We got worth waiting for a divine timing is at work in your love life. So yeah, this is going to be worth the wait. This is going to be worth the journey. We have you deserve love. You are lovable. So never forget about your worth and your value and know that you deserve love. So welcome it in. Don't be afraid of it. Anything else? I hate when the cards like fall in like these random places and I gotta like dig for them. Okay, so we have let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold naturally. So don't psych yourself out. Don't like try to like pressure them or try to see what the next steps are going to be. Just like take your time, enjoy it, and just really embrace the journey because it's worth the wait. So I don't know, like let's say you two talk about like engagements and you're like, when are you gonna propose? Or not, you're not saying that to them, but you're thinking it and they're saying like enjoy the journey, enjoy the wait, because when it happens, it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be perfect. So yeah, your 2020 love life looks really promising. Definitely a lot of chemistry, um, just positive energy. And you're literally gonna connect with the person that you're gonna be with long term. So you're gonna be with your life partner. So enjoy the journey, enjoy the honeymoon phase, all of that phase. And if you get married in 2020, I want to invite to the wedding. Thank you. Alrighty. All right. Let's go to okay. Shirley's question, and then we're done. What are the issues CJ is having at this moment in his life? Let's look at the energy oracle. This is for Shirley. What are the current issues CJ is having at the moment in his life? Okay, one of the cards that fell is kind of in an awkward position. I don't know if I can reach it or not, but I did see what it was, and it was the magician in the mirror. And then another card falls out on the floor. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to get it. All right. So the obstacles that CJ or the issues that he's facing right now. So we have all tied up, broken heart. So if there's like an ex or someone that he may have like dealt with in the past, they are still trying to get their hands on CJ. If that makes sense, like they're still trying to like see if they can reel him in and like keep him because they are afraid to let him go. They're like they don't want to. Their heart is broken because they know that you're in the picture. And so I feel like they're just trying to do what they can to reel them back in and like tie them up. But I definitely feel like this person that's like trying to keep CJ, like they're just heartbroken and they're bitter. That's the word. They're bitter and they're trying to like interfere with these two. Oh, I did talk about this, like how I said something about like he said the card that came out was like be my shield and protect me. So like maybe this is the person that's like interfering with and trying to like do the harm. Then we have action. So I feel like with this action card, it's like he knows that he needs to take action. It's like kind of getting like his higher self is like, bro, you need to start doing stuff. You need to move forward. This reminds me of the chariot card because there's a black horse and there's a white horse in the chariot card. This is just really indicating like he needs to take action. He needs to move. He needs to get to it. And then with the magician in the mirror, this reminds me of like a balance of passion and then like the I'm getting like throat in mind with this side here. And so I feel like this is just indicating that he needs to find that balance because he he's kind of like one side is more than the other. So I feel like he's not speaking up more or she's speaking less because you notice like this part is like a little bit tilted downwards compared to this one. So I feel like this is really indicating that he needs to balance this out and learn how to speak up and just get out of his head and say the things that he needs to say. But yeah, this woman, person, whoever it is, like they're just bitter and they're heartbroken that CJ is like trying to move forward and move on. Anything else for CJ and issues? And then we have higher power. So I feel like this is just indicating that CJ needs to connect with his higher self and higher power. But if he's not aware of how to do that, that's something that he's going to struggle with. So that's where he needs like your help, Shirley. I think I told you this earlier. Like you have to help and connect with your guides and spirit guides so he can be protected and so he can heal and get out of like anything like this and protect those outside energies from coming in because they're not aware of how to do that. And you know, when you two come together, when you two are together, you can help him with that and like, educate him on that. That's what I'm getting. So yeah, like the hardships or the issues that's going on, it has nothing to do with like you, like anything you have done. It's just more so stuff that he needs to do and what he's working on. All right. So I hope that was helpful, Shirley. So that is it for the live. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you all for tuning in on this Saturday night. Let's see. Put the cards back over here. Do any of you have any late Saturday night plans? I know it's like 10 here and then it's 11 like in Eastern Standard Time. It's okay, AJ. You can just after the video post, just put your question in the comment section and then I'll answer it. So Tracy, if you want to just ask a question after the video is posted, you can. I will answer your question. You're from New Zealand. Hello. It's Sunday. What? I like that. Bedside Baptist. But yeah, Tracy, AJ, just post your question after the video posts and I will answer it probably within like 24 hours. Alrighty. So everyone have a great rest of the night and morning for those that are across the globe. I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to thumbs up the video and check out my other videos that I've posted. And everyone have a great rest of the night, morning. Good night. Good morning, everyone. Peace, love, and light.